Carol, how are you?
I'm doing really great. Thank you, James, for asking. How about you?
All is well. All is well. Thank you for making time out of your busy schedule to come on the second episode of Ask a Loan Officer. I greatly appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to giving the public information that you have that is helpful to anyone looking to purchase a home. And let's just jump right into it. Tell the people what company you're with and what program we're going to start with first.
Absolutely. I'm with Arbor Financial Group, and we have a lot of really great programs, but there's two we're going to be talking about today. One is 100% financing with no mortgage insurance.
I love that. I love that. And then also, we're going to be talking about that down payment assistance program that you told me about that started at 25,000. Now it's at 15,000. They took it and now it's back. And letting people know the urgency when these programs come out to jump on it and make a decision in order to capitalize on the benefit of having money.
That's 100% right. Taking the opportunity, seizing the opportunity to lock in those loans and close your opportunity.
That's what we want to be able to do. Now, Carol, I have a quick question for you. Now, the people may not know, and it's on the screen, but your last name is Escobar. I'm curious. I want to know how many people sometimes make fun and say, Escobar, are you related to Pablo Escobar? Are you Pablo's cousin, his niece?
Are you Colombian?
Are you his sister?
Yes, I get that quite a bit. And I'm from El Salvador. I'm not related. And
Okay.
and if I was, I don't think I'd be doing home loans.
Me neither. But, if you did, it'd be a great cover. Let me just tell you that, right? You can move some real money and move it around without any questions being asked. So either way, okay.
I'll still lend you money. You money. We'll still get you funded.
Right. Don't ask where that money came from. When the market is down, we still have 4% rates. Don't ask nothing. Don't ask no questions. Just sign the docs and get your house.
Exactly. Yes.
I love
it, James.
Okay, let's jump into it then. Let's start with, I want to start with, if you don't mind, let's start with the closing cost, because I feel like that's really good when a lot of people have the down payment, whether it be 3.5%, 5%, 10%, that closing cost comes in clutch. And then tell us how it started and where it is now and break down the requirements for it.
Right. Okay. So maybe I got ahead of myself and I started talking about the 100% financing. So let's not confuse that, right? We're going to start off with the grant program.
Right.
So the grant
it's a grant. That's even better. Oh, I love it. Come on now.
So the moment it funds, there's no I need to live there a specific amount of time or anything of that sort. The moment it funds, it's yours, and it's 15,000. As you said, it was 25,000. It ran out of money, but now it's back. Okay. They brought it back with 15,000, and that's strictly to help you pay for closing costs. So you got to bring your own money down. Okay. And there is reasons why you would want to use this program independently of the other program we're about to discuss. Okay. But if you get this grant, it helps you pay for the cost. You bring in your minimum down, whether it be a FHA loan at 3.5% or a conventional loan at 3 or 5% down.
Okay.
But with this program, you can buy single family, 2 units, 3 or 4 units. So that's why you would want to use it independently, is because it does allow for you to buy units.
Now you can go from 2 to 4 units on this program with the closing costs?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now let me ask you, can you do a VA loan with it? Because even with VA having no down payment, sometimes we as agents have to ask the seller for the closing costs. Can we do it with that?
You can't combine this with any other type of loan except for the FHA or conventional at this time.
Okay, no problem.
But we can tackle that same question in a couple of minutes when we talk about the next program.
Okay, good deal. Now with this 15,000, and here's the other part, Carol, that I want to emphasize to the public when they watch this video, and that way they have a sense of urgency, because this program, when I had a property in Los Angeles listed, it started at 25,000. So this program has been cut 10,000. And I was going to ask you why, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. The point that we're trying to make is that you need to jump on it, because 25 to 15, that's a $10,000 difference. And that's 10,000 extra you can have towards closing costs that now you don't have anymore.
Correct. Timing is, really important when it comes to purchasing a property. And, we went from 25 to 15. So if you have the opportunity to capture this one, you get pre-approved and get out there and start looking, and then lock in your loan so that you can confirm and get those funds.
And that is the whole purpose of this segment called Ask a Loan Officer. We want the public and people to get pre-qualified with you. Sometimes they have an agent, sometimes they don't. If they don't, I like the opportunity to work with them so we can work together and get somebody into a house and make sure we help people achieve the American dream of home ownership. Now, Carol, with this particular program, am I able to buy my rate down? What all can I do as far as this closing cost? And my other question, two parts to this: if if the agent like myself asks the seller for $5,000 or $10,000 in closing costs, can we combine that for a total of $20,000 or $25,000?
Yes, and you can use those funds to buy down the rate. So you can absolutely do that to make the monthly payment more affordable. The $15,000 can be used to help you as long as it pays for cost. You bringing your minimum down, and that can be considered a cost, which is buying down the rate.
Wonderful. Okay, I'm loving this, and I'm loving the information, because a lot of people always think that homeownership is not obtainable and that you have to have 20% down or 15% down or 30% down. They don't understand that 3.5 is the minimum FHA, 5, 10, 15% with conventional. And if you have that money, now you have another source that you can get your closing costs, plus a wonderful agent like myself negotiating for you and getting you closing costs. I love to hear it, and I'm thankful for the information that you're bringing, Carol.
Absolutely, yeah. Negotiating and knowing your contract and knowing what can be done is pretty important to that. So definitely you want to talk to James and see what he can do to help you negotiate.
I appreciate that. Now, Carol, let's get into this 100% 100% down payment assistance program that you were talking about. I could hear the energy and the fire in your voice, so I know that you're passionate about it. And take the floor and talk about it.
Well, today they announced that we can layer both programs, and this is why I really appreciate James, because I'll send him a program, and then next week I'll probably send him another flyer or another program, and he's like, well, wait, can you combine these? And he's always looking to find a way to help his clients. So I can appreciate that, because that's what's going to open the door, right?
Absolutely.
But you can definitely combine these now, which is just something that was enhanced today. And this is why I was so excited that our call is today, that we can do the 100% financing. You can do so that means there's no money down, so no down payment. There's no mortgage insurance, which is really unheard of. The only program.
Wait, hold on, no, because that in itself can be an extra $300 to $600 to $700 sometimes, depending on the loan amount. No mortgage insurance.
No mortgage insurance, so you're coming in with no down payment, no mortgage insurance, which is really unheard of unless you do 20% down or you're a veteran, which I can appreciate you bringing up veterans, because we love helping our veterans. Absolutely, but this program can be done with 0 down, no mortgage insurance, which is the same benefit that only veterans get when they don't do when they do 100% financing. Wow. And the kicker now is that you can combine the 15,000 and you can apply the 15,000 to your closing costs. So no money down, and you're getting that 15 or up to 15,000, and it's a grant. I mean, this is an opportunity to really seize and get out there, looking for property, negotiating so that you can lock in on these programs.
Now, I pulled up the flyer when you were talking earlier on my phone that you texted me. This is called the Community Program, 100% financing, no MI, correct?
That is it.
Okay. Now, tell us about what the required FICO scores are. Is there a minimum income? Give us some details about it.
Absolutely. So I told you with the grant, separate from this one, that you could buy single family 2, 3, and 4 units. Correct. If you combine the programs, there's some limitations there that you need to be aware of. With the 100% financing, you can only buy a single family condo or townhome. So those
no units at all, not even 2?
Not 2 units, not 3 units. But if you're looking to buy a single family, a condo, or a townhome, you're going to be able to use the 100% financing, get the no mortgage insurance, and combine it with the $15,000 grant. You do need a 680 FICO for the 100% financing. Okay. You also need to meet income limits. But one of the things that I really like about these programs is the income limits are very formidable. They actually do work for our counties. California has, different prices than other counties. So there's a lot of counties that cover LA, San Bernardino, Riverside. And I actually have the flyer and the details ready for you. So if in fact we need to send them out to some of your, followers, we have that ready to go.
Well, I'm hoping, my goal is when we do these segments that, because again, you and I could say, hey, Carol, let's grab lunch. I'll meet you in Long Beach or Cerritos, and we can have a wonderful lunch. We can have all these strategies. However, if the information is confined to that lunch and we don't get it out to the people, then it doesn't help either one of us in this economy. And it doesn't help either one of us to achieve a goal to help our potential clients to be homeowners. And that's what I want to be able to do. And after people see this, I'm hoping that your phone rings nonstop. I mean, tell your fiance that
I
it's
hope
just
so too, James. I mean, luckily, I was able to speak with you because the way I met you was calling you to tell you about these programs. And that's what I tell my team. My team, call the people that need to hear this information, because not sharing it or not letting the right people know about it, there's really no way to get it out. So you got to call the professional realtors that you know in your area, and you need to call your people who are interested in buying, and do media such as what you do to put this word out there. So absolutely, I'd love to meet you in Long Beach and Cerritos and have some lunch. but we got to get this information out to those people who really want to have home ownership.
Absolutely. And I remember the first time we spoke about that, I think within maybe, it was either that day or the next day, I'll just say within a 24-hour span, I had already done a video about it, because it was just so wonderful to have that grant. And when I was doing my open house in Los Angeles, people were asking left and right, how do I get this? How do I do it? And one of my fellow realtors, Alia, she reached out to you. And when people start to know, one, that you do great business like you do, Carol, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on. And then two, you're very knowledgeable, because when I'm finding and talking to my constituents in the real estate industry, is that a lot of these lenders are not pre-qualifying these buyers properly, and they're getting to escrow and they're falling out. And that becomes an issue, not only for the lender, for the agent, for the seller. It becomes a domino effect for everybody. And when we go into a contract or a deal, I can assure my buyer going through your lending services that they are 100% guaranteed, taken care of. Yes, you can do it. No, you can't. There isn't any him and hawing. You're straightforward. And I love that about you.
Absolutely. That's another thing we talk about with the team. We got to do our homework up front, because you're letting a lot of people down. And this is a contract. It's official. This isn't just like, oh, I kind of mentioned that I wanted, you fully put it in writing and that you're going to perform. And that's one of the things that I hang my hat on, is that I'm going to close. I'm Carol the closer. So you have to do the homework up front, and that's what protects your borrower. You got to protect their investment, their earnest money deposit. That's one of the most important things that you can do. So absolutely, I agree. You got to do all the homework up front and get it done.
Now, a couple of things with the program for the closing costs. If I'm not mistaken, let me know. I want to make sure I get this right. That particular program, you have to put the address in to make sure it qualifies in that particular city?
Yes, it is like a census tract driven.
There you go, census tract.
Yeah, so it just has to be 50% or more minority.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that a majority of the areas are going to qualify for that. The only ones that won't are like high cost areas, like let's say the beach cities or like a Beverly Hills. But other than that, you are going to fall within that criteria in the counties that we serve.
Okay, wonderful. I was just thinking as we're talking, you should get a t-shirt that says Carol the Closer, and then under it, it should say Escobar in quotation marks. I think that would be fire.
Yes, absolutely.
That would because you have everything everyone would want to see. Carol the Closer, people want to know, well, what do you close? And then you have Escobar. They're like, wait, what Escobar is she talking about? So that would be, I think that would be dynamic. If you don't do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take a picture of it and tag you.
I'll take it. I'll wear it for sure. Thank you, James.
Okay, good deal. Well, at the end of the day, the public needs to contact you, DM you, call you, text you, whichever way to get to you so you can get to the pre-qualification. We know the minimum FICO score is 680, that there is some income that needs to be addressed. However, it's not a major issue. We have the grant and we have 100%. So really, in essence, if I'm buying a house, I should be able to come in with just my earnest money deposit, let's say $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, whatever the agent negotiates, pay for my appraisal, pay for my home inspection, and I'll be good to go.
The minimum contribution on the 100% is $500.
Wait.
So like if the 100%
Wait, Carol.
financing,
I wanted to talk to you because I thought you was a straight shooter and you told the truth. So now you're over there lying. $500, Carol. Come on now.
so like the minimum contribution on the 100% financing is $500, but if you use the grant, then that 15,000 is applied to that. But
So the minimum I have to bring in is just $500.
and honestly, I haven't seen that in a really long time. I've been in business for 21 years, and there was a time where we were doing the state of California loan, the CalHAFA, and people were getting money back. They were getting their earnest money deposit back, and that was an amazing time. That hasn't happened for a really long time. It's not a program that you could do that with. So this is why I'm super excited about the 100% financing and the grant being combined. Layering both these programs is one of the most amazing things that I've heard all year. So this is why we're here with you sharing it. And I'm on my media. You can find me on all the media as Carol the Closer, Instagram, TikTok, and the same with Facebook.
Really quick before I let you go, because I know you have to go, you're busy, and I appreciate your time as always. I had a question. Oh, how are the rates? Now, honestly, I know that you don't have to quote the exact rates. I know it depends on debt to income ratio, FICO score, things like that. But are the rates comparable as it relates to the current market right now, or are they 1/4 or 0.5% higher because it's down payment assistance?
They're very formidable to what the market rates are right now.
Oh, good. Okay.
Whenever you have 100% financing, most times lenders will insure it without the mortgage insurance by compensating that in the rate. And so that is going to be something you'll see in the 100% financing, but I've compared it to other programs and I find that it is still going to be the best down payment assistance or assistance program that you're going to be able to accomplish this home ownership with.
Wonderful. And then for us as agents, because again, I'm going to be referring you out to other agents as well to work with them. What should we do? What should we look forward to as far as an escrow? 30, 35, 40, 45? Can we close in 30 days? What are your thoughts on that?
You know, we've closed the grant in about 30 days, 32 days. But I would say that just to be safe, it should be 40 to 45 day because you are combining two programs. Like I mentioned, we do our homework all up front and we do our best so that this way the loan closes quickly. So that does help. But I like to be very upfront about what can be expected. You know, setting the right expectation is huge in our business. So absolutely. I would say 40 to 45 days is going to be safe if you're combining programs.
And that's fair. I don't think that's an issue for a seller, depending on based on what the market is currently. I don't foresee any seller having an issue with that. So that would be good. We
love to close our loans in 17 to 21 days, a regular program all day long, but wonderful. We really have a big goal to help first-time buyers with this program. So if it takes 45 days to get it, to work for them, that's what we're going to do.
One more question just hit my mind before I let you go. You had mentioned before on the grant program for the closing costs that at some point, you could tell me if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, please, because I want to give accurate information, that program ran out of money. Was that the case? And then they came back with it for the 15,000. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, we helped a lot of families with the 25,000, my team and myself. And so they sent an announcement saying they were running out of funds. And literally about another 2 weeks later, they said they were out of the funds. Wow. So they went ahead and changed the program and got new funding. And now they brought it back with just 15. So there's always changes in these programs and updates. So that's something that you want to keep in touch with. And like I mentioned, you can always go to carolthecloser.com and you can apply there, or you can set up a mortgage discovery call very easily so that you can get all the details and the ins and outs. Because a lot these programs are, obviously some of the best programs out there right now, but there may be other programs that you would want to use instead of this. And that's what we really look at. We look at a full spectrum of what's best for the borrower.
Okay, good. I'm happy to hear that. And I want people to, they're at this point with this program and the content we're going to be bringing you weekly, there is no excuse for anyone not to purchase a house. If the minimum is $500 and all you need is an appraisal and a home inspection and you get 15,000 plus you can get additional, well, sorry about that. Come on now, you can get this done. And don't frown at the 680 FICO score. Carol can do a rapid rescore. You can work on your credit. We both know people who are reputable credit fixers or credit repair people. You just never know what you can do until you try. And That's what we want you to do. So text, call, DM Carol, ask for the information. If you can't go to the website, if you don't want to go to the website, but make sure it's about business. Don't DM her, ask, oh, I saw you on the video, your hair was curly and nice. No, she's happy. She's happy. She's very happy. So don't do that. But if you're ready to buy a house and get pre-qualified, so I can take you out, and even if you have an agent, this is just for general information to get the people to understand that homeownership is obtainable. Don't let anyone tell you that it's not. And these are the program and the people who can help you to obtain that goal and achieve financial literacy.
Absolutely. Yeah. The first step is getting pre-approved.
Absolutely, it is. Well, Carol, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the information.
Thank you,
I'm hoping that
you're a great host.
Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. And you did great. You did great. I was a little bit nervous. I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but you are a natural. And I love your videos. Keep up the content. But I want to send as many people to you as possible, not just buyers, but my fellow agents, to use you in order to help as many people as we can capture the goal of homeownership.
Let's do it. Let's close it.
All right. All right. Until the next time, Carol, have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. Same to you, James.
Okay, now.